joining me on my live stream. So I'm waiting because I didn't tell which time. I have a little time to kill. So we're gonna see if someone shows up. I'm not gonna stay for that long today, but at least I want to tell you things or maybe talk a little with you, interact. But I have to see first if someone shows up or not. So, and I can also say that if you don't know about the foundation in the UK, the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, you can actually buy similar type of things from them right now for a good price. So Google Sophie Lancaster Foundation and you support a good thing. I know they have some things put down 40% ish, so that's a good price too. And I have a t-shirt and I have 2 bracelets to support that thing, and that is for us to actually be able to be ourselves. So I'm still gonna wait. I'm not sure someone is gonna come yet. And hope it's not gonna take too long before someone maybe see that I'm live. It's in the middle of the day here, so I'm not sure people in US have been waking up yet, but I know people in UK should, and I know people in UK probably celebrate Mother's Day today because Charles' mom was celebrated today, and actually Trevor was calling her today and say Happy Mother's Day. And someone is with me, but I don't know who because no one is talking or writing to me more. But I have some news for this month, and one of the most happy news I had was that I actually received and passed the goal for my gastric bypass. I have to change it down. Good morning. Yeah, it's in the middle of the day here, so it's gone some hours. So it's I can try to see if I can see what time it was. I forgot. It's 1 p.m. here, so I just have a little dead time now after doing a lot of stuff before preparing for the working week and everything. And I was just talking about little fun things that during Saturday it came up a video from the health anarchist in UK, and John had a giveaway, and he gave away 2 necklaces that he had made himself. And the first one was won by a metal man that is also from UK, and he do great hiking videos if you're interested of that. And then he went forward in the video and everything, and it turned out that I won the second necklace too, so that was awesome. I didn't expect to win anything. Yeah, thanks. And it was amazing. I forgot that was the first thing I should talk about, but that meant that I needed to change my goal, because if I have already passed it, so I need to lower it. So I lower it down, so my goal is now to reach a weight that actually is normal BMI. And right now I'm very close. It's just a few kilos left in, don't remember how much is in stones or pounds or something like that, but it's not that far away now, and I've never been that close before, and I didn't think that should go that fast because it's next week it's gonna be 6 months since I did the surgery, so I'm very excited, and I'm gonna wait a little till my sinuses is better so I can write to the specialist and to actually see if they can do a new test on me and see maybe I don't have to use a CPAP machine when I'm sleeping, because it's terrible. It's not that comfy to sleep with that, and I feel like the elephant man when I'm using it too. And it can be disturbing too when you can't breathe through your nose, because that's the thing I need to do when I'm sleeping, and that's to protect me from stop breathing, so I don't have those stops, that can be dangerous. So I hope I have not lost that much, or maybe don't have that, because that could be one of the reasons why I had that bad sleep apnea before. So I hope that's gonna disappear. Then I had another DM coming today. I'm not gonna tell what it is, but if it goes as planned, you're probably gonna see it this month or latest in the beginning of next. and I didn't think that should happen to me because I never been contacted of some serious company before, and this is for Goths too. So I thought, oh, wow, someone have noticed my YouTube channel, and but you have to wait to see what it is. I don't want to say something before I get things, so I don't say too much. But that was a very good surprise today. So this weekend have been awesome, really awesome. And yeah, and I'm very close to 2,000 subscribers darklings right now, so I'm very happy that actually so many have discovered my channel, and I hope you're gonna like it. And I'll try to get new music um, recommendations too out soon. So I actually gone through, I have an updated Spotify list for 2024 that I'm gonna add more songs to. And if you go to my community tab today, you can actually see the link to it. So if you're interested to listen to a lot of alternative music, the most goes under the goth umbrella too. Maybe some are on the edge for electronic music and that type of things too, but it should still fit during the alternative scene at least. So I think that's great if people should want to maybe get something new. So I was thinking that I should try to do my research now for doing a new recommendation video with new bands again, because I used to do some of them but not too often, so people gonna think it's boring. And what have happened more? I've been those controversial things around Killstar. Yeah, no, I did give away a gift card for my giveaway, but yeah, if things happen, as you know, that some small businesses had a design stolen from Killstar. So yeah, you see even big brands inside Goth are stealing from smaller ones. But the thing that was most now is that they force the people that work for them to move to Brighton. And if you don't want to move to Brighton to keep your work, you're gonna lose it. And I don't think it's right. And the thing is, when they said you need to be able to be in place, and some of these jobs you don't really need to be there before you maybe have something that is more physical to do. So they should be able to live in other places too, and just travel down if they could. But in this case, they said no. If you want you to come now, you need to be there. And I think that's terrible when you force people to move, because you have family and you had other things. You have all your social life and everything around where you live. And it showed up that they now try to force people down to Brighton and say you need to be able to get into the place the same day or something like that. And it shows up that the person that is the owner nowadays for Killstar is American. So he can't really be in Brighton, can he? So it's fucking hypocrisy, that thing. Ah, hello, Star Raven. Nice to see you. Uh, hope everything is okay, and I hope you have a good Mother's Day in UK too. Because I know it's Mother's Day in UK, maybe in US too. I'm not that sure because we don't celebrate Mother's Day in the same date over here in Sweden. So I'm not 100% sure if it's US too, but I know UK have it because we have called Trevor's mom for it. So you're welcome. Yeah, so this week have actually, if I don't count my work, this weekend at least have been brilliant in all the positive things that are going on. And I never thought it should happen, that I should win a giveaway. I should be contacted by a company about golf stuff and all that type of things. Just the only negative with this week was this thing coming up with Killstar, because it's a brand that many people that are alternative have bought things from. Myself haven't bought that much from them, and not maybe all time directly from them, because I have a friend that have her own little shop in Gothenburg, and I know even before, around COVID or something, or just after, Killstar tried to force those dealers to actually buy a certain amount of everything else they couldn't order. And her business is not that big. She has to put her money into it, and she need to know that she can sell everything. And if you don't want all the sizes, because it's not just one or two or three things you're gonna buy, you have to buy all in that package. Plus, if you want the plus size section too, then you have to order the package for that one too. So that's going to be very expensive. So during a while, she could have ordered from Killstar anything as a business, but now they have taken it back. So if I support Killstar as a brand, is through her, probably. I'm not sure I'm gonna support them that way as long as they treat their stuff the way they do. And yeah, so it's many things like that, and it even shows up that the one that is by Killstar right now, they have contact with the owner of Dollskill. And if people know the controversial about Dollskill, you know it's about racism. And if you know Goth and everything like that, we don't support that type of behavior because everyone should be equal. It's not about color, it's not about race, it's not about how you look and which country you come from or what religion you have. You should be able to be safe and you should be accepted as long as you love the music, because Goth is a music-based subculture. But of course you can listen to other things too. You don't have to just stick in one type of box. And as you know, Goth is so wide. It's a very big umbrella and it grows and it grows. And some people and some bands, they sound like the old ones that you maybe like, but then you got new sound and everything going. So it's like other type of music. Evolution, evolution, evolution. And myself, I am thinking about create a look inspired thing, because I did a little more thing about. I had some horns in this type of pastel blue and purplish color, and asked people if they wanted to see a makeup look inspired by that. So I might do one for that too. And then I was thinking, because it's soon Easter, in the end of the month, I might do an Easter inspired look. And in this case, it's just the makeup. It's not about the clothing, because I don't have that much in that type of colors. So I was thinking about using colors that I'm not using that much. So I was thinking, because some people think it's just about black and that type of things. It's not. It's not. Go back to the 80s. Look at the clubs there. People were taking and made their own style. They were putting on a lot of different type of colors. It was just not black, even if black is a very common thing. But you had all those things. Just take Susie Sue. Perfect example. You don't have to be black dressed all the time. Oh, thank you very much. I love schools. I'm very addicted to schools. Trevor think I have too much things. He say, "Oh, you're cluttering this place," but can you have too many schools? If I could, I should have a human one, but that is not allowed. So I have to stay with the fake ones. And like I said, when it comes to the Eastern inspired look too, I'm gonna use color that I'm not that comfy with, but I thought I should take some inspiration from Susie Sue in this case, and maybe take a look at what she had in my favorite song and video with her, Spellbound. And I guess if the most people are into the more typical name dropping type of band like Susie Sue and the Benches, the most people know the video and the song Spellbound. And yeah, I thought I might do a try there. I can't promise, but I'm gonna try. But we have to see if it's gonna be an Eastern video about that, because that should be really fun to try that. I have done that type of Eldergoth before, but I think I have a look that is a little more too nice. I can't really get that Eldergoth thing, especially with blonde hair. It's a little harder, and I don't have like a Death Hawk or that type of thing either, so it's a little harder to get that style. I look too nice, I should say, but I will do my best. Yeah, and then I'm gonna see if I'm maybe gonna do a little more do it yourself, because I thought it starts come to summertime, springtime, hopefully soon. It's very freezing still over here. We had some good days in the end of the week, typical working days, because you're home late and you need to do all the other things before the next day. So I couldn't really enjoy the good weather. And now, okay, it's not raining. I can't complain on that bit. But the wind, and it's minus in Celsius and maybe just above zero. and the wind is so freaking cold, so you're freezing no matter what you take. So yesterday I was actually washing my car. I called it Growler, or it was Trevor that named it. First time he went to Sweden before he moved here, and I picked him up with that one. And because it's not have that strong engine, because it's just a Toyota Argo, so when I have to accelerate, so it goes like it's growling sound, like it's do this sound to show that even if I'm little, I can still get away. So he named it Grover, and I thought it was a cute name. So that was the name my car had, because I didn't have a name on it before. So yeah, I actually washed Grover and bought some new wheel covers for him in the black and with little silver things on it. I don't have the expensive aluminium wheels, so I thought I needed to update him. During this winter, they've been very terrible everywhere, so it had destroyed at least one of the wheel covers, so I had to change. So I thought, okay, we buy new ones for him. Then he got some nice one, and I posted it on the community tab too. I'm not sure people are interested, but it's my car, and even on my car I am supporting the same foundation, because I have two stickers from Sophia Lancaster Foundation there too, but I don't think I got them from the foundation itself, because I think I got it when I was an ambassador for the Goth, for Gothic calendar, but sadly that project was going down after 5 years, because the people that was entering the calendar was not interested to actually do all the hard work to make it grow. And Renee, that was behind the calendar, had put so much energy into it, so she didn't think that if nobody else gonna do more work to getting it to grow and that type of way, so I quit with this thing after 5 years. Okay, I did a lot of my sharing and everything, so she didn't say anything about me, but it was other people that she said it felt like they only went and accept the thing to be in the calendar just to be shown out and maybe be a little more famous than they already was. And some were already big, so they probably had already their ground and didn't need more support that type of way. So it's a little sad, because it was a good calendar to support, and the money went for the Sophia Lancaster Foundation too. And I heard other news that is similar to that, that is here in Sweden. Sadly, still not in English, but a book that I should recommend if you could read Swedish, and the day if it comes out, because it should come out in English, but I'm not sure when they're gonna translate it, is a similar thing that happened here in Sweden with an alternative boy that was killed for being alternative too, and translated to English is The Boy with the Stars. And I heard that it's recently gonna be a voice book by it, so I hope it's gonna be an English version soon, because I know I have friends that want to read it, because we need to show that those things are happening everywhere and still happening. This world is mad and it's not gonna be better. And you know that in some places, like in US, you are reading that some of the old-fashioned thinking people now try to take away a lot of rights, especially if you are into LGBTQ. So you can't, if you have a kid and are an LGBTQ person, you're not even allowed to come to the school or even close to the school. I don't even understand that type of thing, because it doesn't have anything to do about raising a child if you have childs, because we should learn to accept everyone, we should learn to show respect for everyone, we should learn to love everyone for who they are, not to force them to be something they not are, and especially not when it's not going to damage anyone else either, because it's nothing to damage you. Even if you don't like it, it's not about you. We don't maybe like everything about you, if you are that type of person either, so it's shared, but we don't behave in the same way. So I think it's a little sad that some places in the world, everything now starts to turn the other way around. And it's a little like when they have this Women's Day, International Women's Day this week, and you also see that people start to post about those strong women and everything, and some of the things they have invaded that made life easier. But we still struggle with having that equality. Even in my country, still not equal. And if someone stays home, it's often the woman that do it, and she gonna lose in the end when it comes both to the pension and other type of stuff. So her wage is not coping up in the same way like for guys. So it's a little sad that we haven't come longer in places. And yeah, so I think that when you live in a subculture that actually are a safe place for the most people, so we need to start somewhere, and we need to start try making this world a bit better, at least for the ordinary people and for the people that is inside this subculture. I hope you understand what I say, so I'm not just bubbling or something. And if you want to write some comment during this conversation, if you want to know something else, you can do that. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay because I need to eat too. But it's still some time before that, and have drinking everything I need for the moment, so I don't have to catch up with the drinking part either, because I've been good with the drinking this morning. Because when you've done my surgery, so I can't eat and drink at the same time, and I need to go 30 minutes in between. So I'm waiting for my next snack time. It's just an ordinary snack time, so it's not that much I'm gonna eat. I just see that I got something in my system, so I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, what do we want to do more? I am open for smaller collabs with other channels too, if they're interested. Yeah, I forgot one big news too. Uh, and I don't know if some people know about Cryptic Yasmin. She's from the States, and she do this little series about different people. She often do interviews with different artists and bands too. But now she also gonna put in interviews with, and that is live streams with people that are into the subculture too. And she done that already with some of the YouTubers I follow. And actually, I'm gonna be in the end of this month. She asked me kindly, and I said it's okay. I'm gonna be very nervous. I'm not that used to do live, especially not when you're gonna get into a live and be interviewed for the lifestyle. You have shoes and everything since you were a youngster. So I don't know about the technique part either, because that could go horrible wrong too. I know she had problem last time when she had an interview with Victoria Fashion, that is also a YouTuber, and maybe that a lot of girls recognize that name because she's an American, and she have moved back to Los Angeles from New York, and while she was living in New York, she actually lived with Angela Benedict. And you see, this world is crazy small sometimes. So yeah, and yeah, another good news. It seems like this year, Trevor and I finally can travel back to UK. It's 6 years since Trevor was back to UK. So you can imagine living with an Englishman and he haven't been back to UK for that many years. First we had a year when we took his mom over, then followed by 2 years with COVID. And even if you could travel to UK during some part of the time, it was too risky with all the rules changing and everything you needed to do. That should be too much costs. And then we had like this year after, and after that we had like last year first Trevor had his surgery. He had cancer, but so far it haven't come back. I'm happy. He still have checkups for some years every 6 months, but right now he's clear for the moment, and I'm happy for it too, that it went well and wasn't spreading. And I did my surgery in September, so we didn't really have any money to go over to UK. So we thought this year we will go over, but we're gonna go over a little later this year, so it's not gonna be during some high season summer or something. So we're maybe gonna do that like a combination when he have his birthday and everything too. So maybe I can meet up with some of my friends in UK too. We're gonna be in the northwest part, not that far away from Manchester, but closer to the sea. So it should be very nice to meet up some people. I think we probably go into Whitby even if it's not during the Gothic weekend, but it's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna see if we're gonna meet up someone. I know we're gonna meet up some friends in Wales at least, but I'm not sure how far we're gonna go because it's not that many days we're gonna be over. But we're really looking forward to do this travel later this year, so we can take a little calm with taking vacation during the summers and save the days for later and just take when we need and maybe a little more during Christmas time too. Who knows? Maybe we can go over another time too. But really looking forward. This year seems to be a little bit better than the last year at least. So finally, finally, after all the bad years. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know, are you doing something special this year that you're happy and not doing anything before? Or looking forward for something? I knew they, I think it was this weekend they actually had a Goth weekend in Blackpool closer to that. Because I think it was the health anarchist that mentioned that. And then I saw the blogging Goth was posting about it. I don't remember the name on it, but it is held in Mars and it was this weekend. So I guess some Goths have been there too. So it should be amazing actually to meet up with some alternative YouTubers and friends from Instagram or whatever that is into the subculture too. If we have time and can be in the arrange it to be in the same place, it's like little things. It's not that close, and like Trevor said, to travel inside UK, it takes times depending on where you are too. Of course, it takes times even in Sweden. People don't imagine how far the distances is. If you're gonna do something, you need to plan, and maybe you need to sit in a car for a long time too. So it's not like you can rush around to all the type of things. If you're not living like in Gothenburg or Stockholm, and Stockholm is the capital town that is over 4 hours away from me by car, if it's nothing that stops you on the way. But Gothenburg is closer, and I actually could buy tickets to travel. Of course, I'm following too, because he's not a Goth, he's a metalhead, and he always wanted to see a band. So we're actually gonna see a band in the end of August too. So I bought some tickets. It was not that expensive because it's in one of the amusement parks over here. Liseberg is called, and they usually have some live concerts there. So if you just have pay the entrance, you don't have to pay that much to actually see bigger artists doing a live in a certain dates. So we can go to other ones if you would like to see that too. But it's Amon Amarth or whatever you say, a death metal band. I think they actually are Swedish too. I know them and I heard them, but like I said, I'm not professional when it comes to the metal music all the time. I do like to listen to metal and that type of things too, but not always that type of bands. But I do looking forward to still go out. It gives me an excuse to dress up because that's a nice thing to do too. And maybe when it goes a little better weather, I might take you out to at least the older church graveyard. We have not churchyard because it's not church closed, so it should be graveyard in that type of thing. But sadly, they started to replace some of the things there. So, and I know they have a very modern installation too, made of different type of glass for some of the buried people there. But it's still a lot of old ones. But sadly, I have seen it started last year to put up signs that they wanted to have contact with related to these graves, to those graves, and they might take them away to someone that are actually willing to pay for having the place right there because it's very close to the central part of town too. And I think it's a little sad because it's a little like erase the history and everything. And I don't like it. I don't like when they take away that type of places. They should be just take care about them and let them be because they learn a lot for us about the people that were living there and buried there and the reason sometimes even why. Because sometimes you can actually read on the stones the reason why they died and see age. That is something I've always been fascinated by when I go in a graveyard. That is watch how long people were living and that type of thing. Not just looking how beautiful some of the graves can be, because some people, some graves can be fantastic. And I knew that, especially when I was a backpacker and was traveled by train in Europe, and we went over to Paris in France, and we went to this big cemetery, very famous one. I forgot the name on it, but it's where Jim Morrison from the Doors is buried too. And we went in that. And I say, if you go to Paris, don't miss that place, especially if you're goth and love to be in cemeteries and graveyards. You can't find a better place. And I'm a little sad that I didn't have that much time there, so I couldn't go to the catacombs, because that should be amazing too, to see that place. But you never know. It's not that far away to Paris, at least from Sweden. So we have to see. Maybe one day I can go and check that bit too. I need to check what the time is. So oh, it's still a bit left. Is there someone else still watching that wants to talk a bit? Because I feel like I'm just bubble. I just put some spare time before this snack time, because I promised to go a little more live, and I feel like it's another type of way to interact with people also, and not just doing videos. And yeah, if you have any suggestion on some type of video, or if you want to do a collab with me, it could be like doing looks or whatever, or even FX makeup can be included, because I do love FX makeup, and sadly most of the time you need to be closer to Halloween or something to do it. It's not that I don't can do it another time, but it takes time, and sometimes you need products, and if you don't want to buy them to very expensive prices from places where maybe a little more professional people buy the supplies from, so then around Halloween is the best time to actually get all the stuff, if you don't want to do some easy way with homemade stuff, but they're often not as good as the good ones. So it should be fun to do something like that too. And I might do a spring lookbook soon too. I'm not sure. I have to see. It's a little hard now when my body is changing that much, because sometimes things fit and then it starts to look oversized. It's like this t-shirt too now started to look oversized, and it wasn't oversized for some months ago. So you see how fast it can change, and I didn't expect it to go that fast either. So, and it should go that far. I'm just happy. I don't want to be too slim either, so I hope that I can keep it on a good level. But hopefully I can get away with my CPAP at least. That should be my main goal, and that was the main reason why I did the surgery. And the other was that I have a very high blood pressure during that time too, but I have normal blood pressure now. It's almost going a little low sometimes, but not so it's gonna be something I need to take medication for either, but it's better to be a little on the lower part than on the higher side, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm gonna stay much longer, but I hope you have a great day, and I hope we can catch another time, and I hope I can soon tell what I had for little secret with a contact with that business that contacted me today on Instagram, and I didn't believe that should happen, because for me is I've been seeing other people doing that type of thing, but I never thought that should happen to me. But it looked like it might have done, because now we're gonna wait for getting the things, and I'm so excited. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this video, but I hope you all stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.